Hey everybody, it's Cosmo here, and a little channel update for you guys, just to give you an idea of where we're going for the next few months and what's left for this year. First of all, hello and welcome to all of my new subscribers. Hello, welcome, thank you for subscribing. It's always nice to see new people around. If you don't already know, I'm old enough to be playing quite a lot of PC games. I've got a long history in playing PC games. If you joined because of Skyrim, don't worry, I don't always play Skyrim. And if you joined just because I do play Skyrim, I'm sorry to say that I'm going to be finishing it soon. Yeah, so the plan is to finish. We've got about, well, based on when I release this video, probably about 4 more streams of Skyrim left in September. And then we're going to sort of finally put it to bed, hopefully. I'm hoping to be able to finish Dawnguard in the next session or two. And then tie up some loose ends. And then sort of settle down with settle my character down, and then put it to bed finally. So then, if I'm starting in October, we're going to go back to standard procedure, which is the first stream of every month is Cosmo Tries Games. I've got my game all set up, ready to go, and then we're going to shift back into what I usually do, which is playing odd games here and there based on releases and what I've got in my library and any suggestions that are made by people. Now, we have a few things that are currently on pause. If you look on YouTube, you'll see that we have got the Prince of Persia Sands of Time game that I did start and got quite a way through and then stopped playing. We also have Tales from the Borderlands, which I intend to carry on playing through October. The last episode is due at some point soon, so I'm hoping I'm going to at least be able to play it before the episode comes out. We'll have to wait and see. Now, I was going to do a theme for October, but based on what dates are coming up, I'm not going to have enough time to do it. So we're going to look at. So the idea was to do oddities and the odd games that are a bit odd, a bit outside the box. Now that's still going to happen, but it's still going to be for the next 3 months rather than just for October. Now I'll get to that in a minute, because the thing that really sort of changed the whole schedule was that Life is Strange, the official account on Twitter, has announced that the plan is for the last episode, episode 5, Polarized, is due out October 20th. Now that date might slip, but that's when it's coming out, and there's absolutely, I'm going to be playing that based on what happened in episode 4. I'm not going to ruin it for you guys. If you want to watch it, you will watch it. If you don't want to watch it, fair enough. I don't mind. So around that sort of play period, either it's going to take 1 or 2 sessions depending on time and how long things take and everything. So that's towards the end of October. Now, at the same time, though, for those of you who don't know, I do have children. I also have a wife who's disabled, and she's due to go in hospital towards the end of the month and the beginning of November. So that's going to disrupt my streaming and playing and everything else. So the schedule may be a bit up and down, left and right. The best way to keep in track is obviously get notifications from YouTube, from Twitch, or look at my Twitter, because that will be where I either send the automated notifications or I'll comment on stuff. So there you go. So at the moment, the games that definitely being playing in the next few months are Tales from the Borderlands, Life is Strange episode 5 when it comes out. I'm going to go back and play, not extensively play, but I'm going to carry on playing Batman Arkham Knight New Game Plus. Now that the patch has come out, I want to see what if any changes there are to the overall gameplay, because that's going to be the key here. I've played all the other Batman games. I've played them all through once, and then the New Game Plus scenario once at least in everyone. And I want to do it for this game too. I don't have to worry about the Riddler trophies. I've done those, so it's just a pure plot point after plot point after plot point. Yeah, there's loads of little side missions and stuff like that, which I will have to do to get the 100%. But I'm looking at the long game here. I'm going to be playing it for months. The Witcher 3 is coming back every Thursday. There is DLC coming out in October, but from what I understand, in order to play it, you have to be level 30. Last time I checked, off the top of my head, I'm level 14 or 15 or maybe I'm 13. I can't remember. But there's no way I'm going to be playing it anytime soon. That doesn't matter. The thing about long play games in my book is that I'm in here for the long run. I've been playing Skyrim now for almost a year. I'm surprised I'm as far as I am with it, but then I dedicated the whole of September to it to try and finish it and put it to bed, because Skyrim is old. It's 4 years old, and that's kind of the important thing. It's time to sort of put it to bed, carry on with The Witcher 3, and then play a few other games that I have recently acquired and are interested in. So, we also have a few new releases coming up. Now, I'm going to sort of run them off. I know there's more releases that I'm actually going to be saying about, but these are the ones that mainly interest me. So don't worry if I miss something important. It's probably because I'm not actually interested in it. So we have. Let's deal with the ones I'm not going to play first. Okay, I'm not going to play the new Call of Duty. I've not played a Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 3. It's a multiplayer game nowadays. There's a single player stuff, and it's okay, but let's put it this way: half the world's going to be playing the multiplayer, and going to be less interested in the single player than the multiplayer. And I understand that. People enjoy the game. I personally don't. I don't get with being a parent, being sort of responsible for the stuff, having to dedicate what time I have to what I want to play. I'd prefer to play a single player stuff than multiplayer stuff, because I know I can't get interrupted in playing a multiplayer. No, I got that wrong. I can be interrupted in multiplayer, and if my kids wake up for whatever reason in the middle of the night, I have to go and see to them. I can't sort of pause multiplayer and say, "Sorry guys, I'll be back. I've got to go put my kid to bed." In a single player game, I can do that. It's annoying for the people on the stream, I know. But that's life, I have to pick and choose what it is, and that's the long and short of it. That's who I am, that's where I am in my life. So, no Call of Duty, not going to play it. The next Assassin's Creed game, again, after Unity and all the hullabaloo, I did start playing Unity, and I had to pause. I put it on pause, and I haven't gone back to it, and it's going to take a lot for me to go back and play it. Not to say that the next game's going to suck, but there's no way of knowing, and I'm not going to be, unless I get a really good deal on it from various sites that I visit, then there's no way I'm going to buy it. It's just not something I'm interested in anymore. It's the same as Call of Duty. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. It's a broken record with just a few added features here and there. It's just not something I want to play. I'm interested in it, sure. I'm interested in the single player stuff for Call of Duty. I'm interested in the story of Assassin's Creed, and the name of it's gone out of my head. But it's just not something I'm going to spend however much money on just to play and stream, and it's just not my thing. Sadly, that's the way the situation. I have to pick and choose what I do and don't spend money on, just like everybody else. Now, the things I might be playing. Obviously, the things that are coming out are Fallout 4. Now, the problem with Fallout 4 is it's a long play. We already have a long play, which is Witcher 3. And as much as I would love to play Fallout 4, I just know that I'd end up playing it for months and months and months. And as anyone will tell you that played a Bethesda game like that's come out on day one, there's issues. There's always issues with various things. You don't have to look at Skyrim's history to see all the issues that came out. So I have no intent on playing Fallout 4 from day one. I'm going to wait and see how things go over the next month or so, whether or not there's serious bugs, serious issues, how Christmas sales affect it. So it will be something I will play in the future. Absolutely. I love Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Skyrim, obviously, but differences. That's different to the Fallout series, but it's the same sort of vein of it. So I will be playing Fallout 4 at some point in my life, hopefully. Now, the other release is Just Cause 3. Now, I have played the other two Just Causes, I think. I certainly remember playing 1 and 2. Whether I finished them, I can't remember. But I have played them. I enjoyed them. I know it's a heavily action-packed game, over-the-top explosions, yada yada yada, stunts, everything. Definitely my kind of cup of tea, So that's something I'm definitely interested in, but I have no plans to buy it as yet. I haven't pre-ordered, I haven't done anything because it's too expensive. Again, if I find a good deal, maybe a day before launch or on launch day or a few days after launch day, I might get it. But it's basically going to come down to what happens and when. Now, I know there's more November-y times, so October is definitely going to sort of be more Tales from the Borderlands, Life is Strange, but also some games I'm going to play which were coming under the terms of oddities. So 2 games. The first one is D4, which is now Dark Dreams Don't Die. There we go. It's a game that's been made by the same people that build Deadly Premonition. And if you haven't played Deadly Premonition, then you're kind of missing out on one of the weirdest games that are out there. It's kind of a Resident Evil / Silent Hill / I don't know, Twin Peaks thing that is quite out there. It's quite a freaky kind of game, and it's not the best in the world, but it's quite quirky. It's by the same people that made that, and from what I've heard, it's equally as quirky, if not more so. So that's definitely on my list of things. But because it's a sort of a pointy, clicky kind of game, similar to all the other ones I'm playing, I'm going to try and diversify it a bit and put it later on into the sort of 3-month period. So a recommendation from a friend is to play South Park, The Stick of Truth. Life is Strange? The Life is Strange in South Park. No, The Stick of Truth. Because apparently that is an extremely odd but very clever JRPG, and an extremely well written JRPG apparently. And it's quite a good tie-in to this whole South Park sort of lore and franchise and everything, which considering my age, I remember when the first South Park came out, and that gives you an idea of how old I am now. Because it came out when I was in my mid-teens. So, considering how old South Park is, I know they still make it, I think. At least they did the last time I checked. I have sort of fallen out of it since then, but I was a big fan of South Park. I am actually quite looking forward to it. So it might be that come October, I start playing it and sort of splitting the month up into certain sections and doing South Park for a bit of Tales from the Borderlands, and then a bit of Batman maybe. But I haven't quite figured out how to separate all the bits and pieces out. It might be that from October I go do the rest of episode 2 of Tales from the Borderlands, maybe do some South Park, start episode 3, maybe do Life is Strange, and then worry about Batman and stuff later on. There's no sort of concrete rules here, especially when I know my month's going to be all played around with and everything else like that. Now, that's pretty much it. That's the plan at the moment. Obviously, things are going to change depending on sales, depending on we've got the Thanksgiving sales and Black Friday sales, Cyber Monday sales, Christmas sales. That's all up in the air. That's all sort of, let's see how things go, see where we go from there. Release dates are prone to slippage, obviously, but we'll wait and see. Okay, so as always, guys, please do let me know if there's anything you think I should play, or comment on things I do play. If you've recently joined and want to see other playthroughs, please do. Obviously, check out all the different playlists and everything else like that. And as always, follow me on various social media and ask questions if you want. Right, I've said enough. I'm going to go play a game now because I'm running out of time. So this has been Cosmo the Coder. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on a playthrough, hopefully.